Hi, my name is Urjita. I did a Bachelor's of Science with a specialization in neurobiology and physiology at the University of Maryland. I also did a minor in human development. As a pre-med student, I was scribing for an orthopedic surgeon. I did research at the NIH for 2 years. I also did research at Children's National in Washington, D.C. I was advocating for young adults with sickle cell disease. And I also joined a nonprofit and was connecting patients with rare diseases to whole genome sequencing and other genetic services. During my 3rd year of being pre-med, I applied to medical school and I got into the University of Maryland School of Medicine. There, I was a school of medicine tutor, and I was also an application interviewer and screener for the School of Medicine. I really enjoyed tutoring my classmates and providing my study guides, providing also help with board exams and shelf exams. In medical school, I also did research in infectious diseases, ophthalmology, mental health, and transplant surgery. I also was involved in several interest groups, including the physical medicine rehabilitation interest group and also the ophthalmology interest group. I provided services to the community to get free eye screenings through Sightsavers. And I also earned several awards for my research endeavors. I graduated medical school with Alpha Omega Alpha or AOA honors. I am currently an ophthalmology resident at Loyola University of Chicago with plans to do fellowship after I finish my training. I'm interested in cornea, glaucoma, retina, or oculoplastic fellowship. During my residency, I plan to do medical school consulting to help students in my shoes get into their dream medical school choices. I also want to continue doing research and advocacy and also participating in medical student education research. While in medical school, I earned the George Frick MD Award for Outstanding Research in Ophthalmology and the FRCT Certificate of Outstanding Research, which was awarded to the top 10% of graduating medical students in my class. I also earned several grants to support my research efforts. This included the Knights Templar Eye Foundation grant to present at a national conference called APOS. I earned the AUPO Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion grant for medical student education. I also earned the LEAPS grant for instructional innovation in medical student education. And I earned the Little Giraffe grant, which helps support my efforts looking at preterm infants in the NICU who have retinopathy of prematurity. I earned several awards for my poster and oral research presentations, including the first place Outstanding Oral Presentation Award at the 2024 Johns Hopkins Institute for Excellence in Education. The key to success as a pre-med is paying attention to the foundational requirements for applying to medical school while also staying true to your core interests, hobbies, character traits, and personal experiences. A lot of applicants are able to check all the boxes to get into medical school. However, in the process, they lose a lot of their individuality that may strengthen their application. I think it's important to spend as much time as your preclinical requisites and your volunteering and shadowing experiences as you do on hobbies that are important to you, friends and family, and individuals that tend to help and benefit your journey, and also doing activities that tend to give you a little bit of a unique edge in the application process. My unique approach to pre-med consulting includes honing in on what makes you unique and who you are at your core. I like to really get to know my pre-med students, and this includes getting to know about their childhood, their upbringing, their personal life experiences, where they've traveled to, what their interests are, and in a way, motivationally exploring how this may connect to their pre-med journey and bringing those touches out into their personal essays and the narrative we're trying to build in their application. I also like to set time-specific goals and meet frequently to help support the student and provide them with a structure that helps them kind of craft the best application in a timely manner. I believe in preparation and being very early to things. I think it's very important to bring in a lot of the personal aspects a student has, which includes their unique character traits and experiences out into their essays and also their extracurricular activities. There are ways that you can shape an application so it's no longer cookie cutter, but has essences and tones that are unique to the applicant. My greatest strength as a coach and consultant is both my unique background in writing, being a 11-time published author in terms of research manuscripts and a self-published author. I really enjoy writing and creating a sentence structure and sentence lengths that are creative and varying to help really deliver a strong personal statement essay along with other secondary essays. I also enjoy setting strict deadlines and times for students to kind of meet goals, and I'm very eager in getting my students to complete tasks and stay motivated. I like to break down big goals into smaller bite-sized pieces that can be more manageable for a student, and together we work together as a well-working oiled machine to help the application process seem a bit more digestible. I am passionate about helping pre-med students because I attribute a lot of my own personal success to the fact that I've had mentors who are now in my shoes, who helped me along the way and helped me know in hindsight things that were going to help me before I had gotten to that certain checkpoint. They were able to make me aware that I needed to do enough volunteering, that scribing was going to be way more beneficial than shadowing. I was able to be notified what AOA was during medical school and what sort of things I would have to do in order to be eligible to at least apply for the Honor Society. So overall, being a mentor is something I'm very passionate about because it's a way of giving back to the next generation of doctors and people who are going to be in my shoes and see a lot of unknowns and questions about the process and are just looking to have those things answered and almost delivered in a way that is understandable and can help them feel more comfortable about the long journey ahead.